I was wrong and I missed out on more upside. This is a Q&A video to answer some questions that I'm going to share. Just going to go through some Q&A with basically some questions I've been getting on my YouTube videos. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is the most hardest thing you will ever do, and it takes a long time to become a good trader. So this video is just educational only. If you're struggling with your trading right now, then click on the very first link in the description and get learn a free training, the 7 universal laws to become a master trader that will boost your success, consistency, and confidence without spending a decade trying to figure it out. Click on the very first link in the description right now. All right, traders. So let's get straight into the. I'm just going to get straight into the Q&A. If you guys have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section below. And and I'll do these videos from time to time where I'm just going to go through and answer some questions that you actually go through. So let me just go through here, and I'm just gonna go through the questions through here. So we'll go through here. Excellent info, John. Thank you very much, Nikki. Really enjoyed the videos. Thank you very much. Like for you, John. Which trading platform do you use? It looks really interesting. I primarily trade Forex and CFDs. Does this broker offer these products? We'll appreciate some guidance. Thanks. This software here that you can see right now, you're looking at right now, is called TC2000. TC2000. And I also use it because I can see the options here. So this is just my charting service, and then I use interactive brokers to actually to trade the market. So I trade options only. So I'm not sure, you can have a broker connected to TC2000, but this is where I do all my scans. In fact, if you look here, these are the different scans that I run every single day to see whether there's actually any trades for the day there. So that's what I use. I use this as a charting service and to check the option prices out to see if there's enough open interest and all that sort of stuff. And then I'll go to my interactive brokers platform and place the trade. That's how I trade. Honor said, thanks for taking the time to make this video, John. I answered his question about, you can go check it out in the last few things about placing stops with options. I always watched your videos and was inspired to learn more about options because of your trading system. Fantastic, fantastic. Just remember there, Honest, and this is a big thing here. Remember, Honest, that options is not a trading system. Option is a derivative to trade the market. Okay, a trading system is really a chart pattern on the chart. You must understand that, Honest. Okay, it's not about one trade. It's about what have you done for the last 20 trades. Remember that. Okay, a trading system is a chart pattern with an entry signal wrapped around with some exits and so on and so forth with it. Makes sense, Honest? And so the option is not going to make you money. If you don't know how to get the direction right, I don't care whether you trade CFDs or buy the stock or the option prices or whatever you do, you know what I mean? Or you do some bullish spreads, you know what I mean? Or some directional spreads or whatever, you know what I mean? If you can't pick the right direction, you're going to continue losing money. So your trading system comes from the actual chart itself, chart pattern, and then what you do is use the option to trade the market. The reason why I use options is because of the leverage that I can get there, but also the risk is there as well too. I do have a trading system of my own, still learning. Fantastic. Just make sure that you know your trading. You must know your trading system. Okay, you must know your trading system inside out. What's your win-loss ratio on average? I could tell you right now, my average win-loss ratio, especially recently, anyway, has been 85% success rate. But and literally more than half of the losses that are more than half of the losses have been real small losses. So you've got to know that information inside out and look at the last 20 trades that you've taken. Makes sense? And you've got to have confidence in that system. Remember, it's not about one trade, Honest. Okay, it's about doing the same thing again and again and again and again. Still learning. The video in your last have been the most informative. This is where he talks about the option that got stopped out. The option I stopped out on with GE20 strike was for June. I placed a stop because there was massive open interest and volume on it. So I thought it would not fluctuate on the open. I was wrong and missed out on more upside that day. Well, the thing is this, Honest. Okay, the thing is this, is that yes, you missed out on more upside on that day. But the thing is I want you to understand this. If you are going to use the chart, as your entry signal, doesn't it make sense to use the chart as your exit signal? So therefore you buy the option for what it is, and then you actually start to go through. So you bought the $20 You bought the $20 one. Okay. Okay. See. Yep. I see. So you, probably this last week. This is the option here. This is GE here right now. You're talking about GE here and GE. So you probably bought 1 to 2 out of the money. Yeah, that's going to fluctuate massively. If you're buying 1 to 2, especially I would say that at that time it was 2 out of the money. Yeah, that's going to fluctuate massively, absolutely massively. So if you're going to place a stop there, even a 20 or 30% stop loss, or even a 40% loss on that loss limit, that's got, you know, just a small little movement on the out of the money option honest is going to fluctuate that. You must have that in your trading system. What for me, honest, I'm telling you right now, I know exactly what pattern I'm looking after. I know exactly what entry bar I'm after, and I know exactly what option I'm trading every single time. I always have at least 30 days to run on my option, and I always trade first out of the money. Now, if first out of the money is 2 out of the money, I'll trade in the money options, but I'm always trading first out of the money. But I do that every single time. You know what I mean? Like, trading is not about this one trade. And yeah, I believe you bought the $20 option price because it was a lot cheaper. A lot of amateur traders actually think that. They go, well, I'm going to buy the out of the money options because they're a lot cheaper. It's not about whether they're cheaper or not. It's about your risk. If you're buying in the money option, you can get out. You can get out with much less risk if it goes against you. See, that is the biggest thing about traders who do well in the markets, is they actually put trades on and they have no idea what's going to happen. But if it does go against them, then they can get out with a small loss and keep moving forward. Make sense on this? So your trading system need to be wrapped around with everything you're doing, and do the same thing over and over and over again, and not being picking. The question is, you say you have your own trading system. You have a trading system of your own, still learning. Fantastic. All I say, honest, is that you need to be doing the same thing every single trade, and not picking and choosing. If remember, your trading system is simply just a pattern on the chart and an entry signal, and you need to be doing the exact same thing every single time. Not be getting in because you think something's a good idea. No. What option are you buying? You know, are you buying first out of the money? If so, you're gonna have to expect more risk than more reward. Are you trading in the money options? Less risk, less reward on most occasions. So you've got that. That should be your trading system. What is your success rate overall? What is your lowest success rate? I'm telling you, my lowest success rate is 70%. My highest success rate is 90%. My overall success rate lately have been 85%. So I hope that makes sense to you there, honest. Let's actually go through and talk about this video here. I did a video here about trading cryptocurrency for beginners, etc., etc., etc. And you said, hi, Richard said, hi John, love the videos and your positive outlook was great. Any chance you could have a look at miners, gold, AKG, and GQM? Sure. So actual gold, the gold stock price. Let me share with you what I see on the gold stock price. What I see here right now is very, very, very bullish activity right now on what's happening with gold. What do I see here? In fact, just looking at this price, we actually had this resistance level here. We had this support level all through here. So that tells me that what you do is when you find a big double bottom through here and a projection up like that, what you do is you go from that high point down to the low point. You measure from the double bottom to the neckline, you project that up, and this is where it actually has a really good chance to get into. Not 100%, but you can also see that it's actually made a what? It's also made a higher high and now a higher low. So who's in control right now? Buyers. So therefore, I would say that we are now getting ready to run up towards at least the 105 to 110 level, and then once it breaks that, I think we can get race back up towards the highs up there. So that's what I see there. Let's also go through and have a look at AKG. AKG is starting to pick up a bit of a bottom here, pick up a bit of a strength through here right now, especially the last 3 days. The biggest thing you want to be looking at is that weekly chart, and as you can see, this weekly trend is still down overall. So you don't want to be fighting this overall big trend, especially if you're buying stocks for long-term buy and hold. Wait for the weekly trend to turn around, because I guarantee you, and you can see just by looking at you can see just by looking at this stock here, right, or looking at this here, you can see it's actually made a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. And this still could be another lower high here, you know what I mean? Like, it may or may not be, we don't know. But if you're looking to buy it, never try to pick the bottom, because I get this thing could just end up back down to, you know, yes, 89 cents is cheap, but guess what? What happens if it goes down to, you know, 12 cents? That still could happen with this stock. You know what I mean? Wait for that daily chart to start to turn around. Wait for a nice little higher high, higher low, and then start to buy into there with a stop at the low, and then start to ride it up. You know what I mean? So you never ever want to go. You never want to go against that overall big trend. If this thing is knocking it down, and I promise you there'll be so many people out there. It's like, oh my goodness, look, it's at ultra low levels. It was at $4.50, and now it's actually finding a bit of support here. Hang on a minute. But it's, look at that there. Oh, look, it's, you know, I can get in here. Oh, look, it's at ultra low levels. Oh, look, it's at ultra, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what to get into. You don't know when a good time is to get into, or should I say, you can't pick bottoms, okay? You can't pick bottoms. And these successful traders on the planet, they just wait for a simple repetitive pattern. And the most reliable pattern you can look at is doing this, is simply doing this. Is if you're looking to get into a stock like this, wait for it to make a higher high so it breaks this overall big downward trend. Wait for it to come back down, and wait for it to actually start to turn around through here. What you'll do is you get in on that whole higher low. You would have a stop at the low, and you would have a target of at least 3 times. So if you're getting it, say $1.50, or say even call it $1, then your target would be at least $3, and your stop would be, you know, maybe 50 cents. You see how that works? You know, but that's on a minimum basis. If you're looking at the long-term buy and hold, as long as it keeps making higher highs and higher lows, you could ride that thing all the way up as well too. So that's what you want to look at there when you're actually looking at those type of stocks and stuff like that. So and GQM, GQ, is that GQM? What's that there? Yeah, GQM. I looked at this before, GQM, but it's not coming out on my GQM. It's not coming on my software. I'm not sure why. So there we go, guys. There's a little Q&A video for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the section below, and I'll get to them soon.